So what I'm doing now is I've removed the water out of this tank to relocate the tank. I have some water that I have got out of the aquarium before I started disturbing anything. And now what I'm doing is going through and trying to remove any fish, because this tank has some very small, relatively old fish in it. So finding them is a challenge, because some of them are small and some of these are quite large tetras, so they're actually quite old, so they're a little bit fragile. The other thing is that this aquarium does have a bit of a hydrogen sulfide smell to it. So what you definitely don't want to do is keep the fish in that water for any period of time, because depending on the hydrogen sulfide level, that will actually be poisonous. So I need to get the fish into the fresh water as soon as possible. And it can actually be quite hard to distinguish the fish from the gravel. So what I'm doing is scooping a small amount of gravel at a time, tipping it in there slowly, making sure there's no fish in it. And then when I get to the new location, it's going to be quite important to put some polyfilter into the filter, because we don't want any residual from this hydrogen sulfide in the tank. Otherwise it can actually be poisonous depending on what the actual level is. So just a couple of precautions. If you ever are moving an aquarium like this, making sure you get the water out before you disturb the substrate is very important. And then to have some polyfilter on hand, so you can whack that in just to make sure that you don't start off with a toxic aquarium after you've moved it.